Hello, I'm Casey Gonzalez, and today I'm going to be talking about cultural aspects of my life. So, a lot of the cultural influences I've had have come from my parents, my family, who originate from the island of Jamaica, as you can see here. Um, okay, so the three topics that I'm going to be discussing are my cultural influences, which is going to include like my values, goals, the race that I claim that I'm a part of, and then I'm going to have a section on ethnicity and nationality, and then also about language and vernacular. So on the cultural influences part, values wise, I've been raised in a Christian family for the most part. We're not like the church type going type of Christian family. However, my family has instilled those types of values in me, like coming from the Bible and that kind of thing, especially like from my grandparents and that kind of thing. My goals, my parents have always tried to push my brother and my sister and I to be very goal oriented. From a very young age, they basically told us, you guys need to be making enough money so that you can live comfortably. And they've always kind of encouraged us to want to live a life better than that they've provided for us. Now, me personally, I've come from a very privileged home. Both of my parents, they work, own their own business, and have been able to provide for us with much more than we have ever needed. So in that sense, I guess you could say I haven't been oppressed financially. But leading into our next section of ethnicity and nationality, we do have the background of a lot of racism growing up in America. Okay, let me give you some more backstory. So both of my parents were born and raised in Jamaica, and they moved here at a young age, went to school, kind of put like their life in a kind of position where they could raise children who could basically be very successful. So they went out of their way to make sure that we would live a life that was better than they had ever had. With that being said, my family personally, we haven't been the most oppressed set financially, emotionally. We've always had a really good support system. My family has always been very important to me. They've always had our back, like I'm talking like not just the standard family like within our own home, but like grandparents, aunts, that kind of stuff. We have a really big support system in our family. We're very family oriented, I guess you could say. So with me being black in this country, it's always kind of seen as like an oppressed thing, but I personally see it as like a cool thing. I like the fact that I'm black. I love it actually. I think it kind of separates me and makes me special. Kind of makes me like a unicorn. I enjoy that. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there are perks to being black. I feel like you kind of looked at as kind of cool sometimes. Not gonna lie. But other than that, I mean, I've been raised to basically love the skin that I'm in, and I've been lucky for that because another reason why I have that kind of background is because of the color of my skin. As you can see, I'm kind of lighter skinned. So growing up, when you have those categories of like black, white, that kind of thing, it was always a little bit confusing for me at a younger age because I am so light skinned. I didn't understand how I was black, which doesn't make any sense really because, the categories are all sort of made up and whatnot. But yeah, so being in the black category, I didn't really understand it. But, of course, now I understand, like, once you got a little drop, that's basically you. But, that kind of brings up the issue of colorism in the black community that I've kind of been on the privileged side of, because I feel like because of the European standard of beauty, a lot of people see lighter skin or that kind of thing as, like, the more beautiful thing or the more desired look. Especially in like coming from a Jamaican family where skin bleaching and having lighter skin is seen as more valuable. I don't know, I guess I kind of profited off that. Well, not profited, I didn't make any money, but like it wasn't seen as a bad thing that I had lighter skin, but I had to understand that like we're all equal and yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so ethnicity, nationality. So I was born in America, but my family is from Jamaica. So I like to believe that I'm Jamaican. It's like a hybrid. I was born in America, so I grew up around a lot of American people. However, I have the values of a Jamaican person, as in like the religious aspects, and then like for a lot of our food influences, like I grew up eating ackee and saltfish on Sunday mornings, and I would go to school and tell people, and they'd be like, what, that's weird, and I would be like, what do you mean, that's normal. So it was kind of like weird growing up with that whole dynamic of like having American friends and then Jamaican family. But I guess it kind of made me like a hybrid. Like I said, I like that. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I profited off of that. Profited is not the right word once again, but anyways. So I guess I'll jump into the language and vernacular part because I only have like 20 seconds left. But with a lot of my family, they speak patois, so it's like I guess we could discuss the whole code switching idea, where you would switch back and forth between like standard English and the patois. So I guess I've had to deal with that growing up, which has been a bit interesting because a lot of people won't understand like the same terms that I would use with my family when I'm in school or around people who are not Jamaican. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough. Thank you.